Nice meeting you again. How you been since the last time we met?
I've been good.
You been good? Any updates with you applying to GED? Like, did you look at the program?
I applied to the program, but I didn't start.
Oh, you didn't start? How come?
Well, to be honest, I have rekindled things back with my baby daddy. We're working on things together.
Right.
I'm gonna move back in with him, and I've just been so busy with that. Like, and I've been very stressed out.
So when did you move back with him?
Probably about last week.
Last week, okay. And what made you want to go back to him?
What made me want to go back? Well, he's the father of my child. Like, I still want to work things out with him because I didn't have my dad wasn't super present in my life, so I would like him to be more present in our child's life.
Yeah. When you told me that he's been abusing you, do you think like he's gonna do that again?
Honestly, no. I think it's different this time. Like he gave me space this time apart. Like the space, I think, has really like shown him that it showed me that he misses me, and then honestly, he's actually really trying to work on things. He got me like a whole bunch of stuff for the baby, the future baby. He's promised me we're gonna get a place on our own. I think that like it's looking up.
Okay, and so he's been promising thus far. Has he been giving you any like clear indication that he's ready to move forward with this and actually change? Has he given you any signs of that other than just promise you things that will come in the future?
Yeah, cause he's actually showing an effort. Like he's accepted like me. Like he's bought things that I've needed. He's bought things that the baby's gonna need. He went to a doctor's appointment with me too. Today, actually, today. So I honestly don't think things are gonna change.
So how does your family feel about that?
They're not happy. They're not happy as I suspected. But honestly, like I'm gonna start my own new family, so they should understand. I feel like. But I'm still determined to eventually get a job myself.
So since you're staying back with the father of your child, do you feel like he's gonna support you financially then?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
And how long do you plan on staying? Like right after when do you guys feel like you guys are gonna get your own place to stay?
Hopefully by a little bit before the baby arrives. So like in a few months I don't know exactly when. But he said he'll support me. So I think like while he supports me, I still kind of want to go to school. I'm just also still very like I've been so stressed out with everything going on. Yeah, like my family, like I had to leave, and it wasn't a good situation when I left. We're on bad terms again, but I'm better on terms with my I'm on better terms with my baby daddy, so it's okay. Like I feel like it's either one or the other. So and then one of them I have a child with, so he's kind of winning right now.
Yeah. So like what do you do to relieve stress like while you're like alone on your own downtime?
Honestly, I really don't have methods of self. Like I guess like go like things. I'm never on my own. I'm never on my own a lot. I wish I was sometimes, but then when I am on my own, it gets a little scared. But I do feel like I need more like be a little more relaxed, especially for my child, my baby.
Right. Do you feel like maybe if you take up some hobbies or something to take out your mind, you could like be less stressed, maybe have more level-headed to make decisions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I honestly feel like yes, because like it's just been so much like I didn't know what to do. Like I was still having problems with my family a little bit because they found out that I was in contact with my baby daddies, and then like they obviously thought the worst. So eventually I saw better to just go with them. But yes, I do need like when I do get stressed out, I just sit there.
Okay. Well, since you are pregnant, it's always good to keep the baby healthy. So have you thought about like maybe taking walks to keep yourself mobile, keep yourself a little occupied? Since that's a good way to get out, release some stress. Have you ever thought about that?
No, but I think I should. I think that would be definitely sometimes to like leave a heated household.
Okay.
Sometimes most of the time I get heated, but I think I take that up. Like I used to love like taking walks, listening to music, like when I used to go to school.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see that helping.
Okay, so what about the agency that I referred you to that sets up mock interviews so you could get a job?
Honestly, I wouldn't. I think I would like to do that, but like I missed my appointment. That day is the day I had to move back with like my baby daddy. So I didn't have it. I completely slipped out my mind and I didn't go. But I still would like to do that. Like I still want like I don't want just like my baby daddy's gonna support me for now because of my situation. But I know I'm still stressed out because I feel like I should like have a backup plan in a way.
Right. Okay. So since you are back with him, and you said he's gonna support you more, do you feel like with his support you're able to maybe get the things that you need to get done, like going to those meetings I set you up with, maybe even enrolling into the GED program after your pregnancy?
Yes. Because when we would text, like when I was in contact with him, that was one of my conditions. Like I'll return back, but you need to support me.
Okay.
Because I want a better future for our child. So yes, I think he definitely will support me.
Okay. So what are some like short term goals that you might want to have to accomplish?
Well, number one, do another reschedule my appointment and go. Like right now, I'm gonna ask him like hopefully like he'll help me support, get professional clothes, and start my GED program, go back to school like within time. That still is my goal. Right now, maybe not a job at the moment. Maybe just like going back into the GED program, like gaining my confidence, honestly, because I'm still really nervous about it. Maybe that's why I also like slipped my mind. I kind of wanted it to slip my mind because I'm still really nervous about doing all this.
Okay. So one of the goals that you want that probably head on is completing. Would you say completing your GED program or going into the workforce?
Honestly, completing my GED program because I feel like the workforce, like, okay, sure, I'll get a job at like Dollar Tree, but I won't be able to like go up if like I don't have like an education. I feel like.
Okay, so one of the goals is basically to sign up and get a GED program, right? So some of the objectives that we can do for that, you could go and check into the offices if there's any late registrations, which I'm pretty sure they should, because you've only missed like one of the classes if you didn't go then. We could also get you. Have you gotten a library card yet?
No.
Okay, we could do that as well. You can sign up into the public library for that. You have transportation now, right? So
yes.
The father of your baby can take you consistently to these classes.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. So what I'm gonna say is probably have like your library card done by the end of this week, so you have that resource to get to the books and the internet. The GED program, I would advise you to go sometime this week before their next class starts, for you to enroll to see if you're still allowed to enroll, and for the like getting back into work, and we could set that goal as a long term, maybe as a.
I was gonna ask you how long. Depending, do you think like right away I could also like you guys definitely, even though like I could get like say I do the GD program, then you guys could also help me out like with finding the job, right?
Yeah, we can do that. So that could be like a long term goal. So for that we could say that maybe the first step to that is setting up another schedule for a mock interviews, so they can help you prepare yourself, get you ready to become more marketable when looking for a job. So that could be one of the first objectives that you could be doing, and we could schedule you again for next week on Monday, so you could do that, and you can have a reliable transportation to there too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Second objective would be to get more professional clothes to go for interviews. So if you're having trouble like buying clothes like that for the proper attire, there's Goodwill that you can go. I would encourage you to go within the next by the end of this week, before I set up the mock interview on Monday. So if you can have your the right apparel before maybe Sunday, that would be good. Is there anything else like that you might be having trouble with? Like, I know you said you don't have any many hobbies or such, so like maybe, like I said, taking a walk would be a good idea every day, to keep you mobile.
Yeah,
do you think of anything else that you might like that could help you with this?
I would actually like to take like, I don't know if it's possible, like you can refer me to a place like for like so I could take classes like baby classes.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know what it's
parenting
called.
class. Yeah. Do you feel like it would be good like if the father of the baby would be involved.
Yes.
Because that's why he came back from him, because he said he wanted to be more involved.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be good if you guys take the class together. That could be possible.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to do that. And I guess like just what else? Oh, I have a question for you, and I already forgot it. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you said the father baby wants to help out. So do you and you obviously got back together with him. So do you think like you guys would be interested in taking like couples therapy?
Yes.
That could help you guys out a lot. If like since you are willing to give him another chance and he's been showing effort, that's probably something that could help you guys in the long run.
Definitely, I definitely think so because like we're in a good spot right now. But he has a temper, I have a temper, and I would not want my like baby to be surrounded by that. And I guess I think that's why I really do need to take those walks because it definitely like get heated and they get heated and he gets heated and whoever like whatever the situation is. And then I usually don't walk away. I just like sit there in my anger, and that cannot be healthy.
So I understand that it might be kind of stressful for you to keep going. That's why you missed your class, your meeting, and the meetings that you missed. So I understand that it could be very stressful for you, but I see that your strength. That even though you went back to the father of your baby, you still were able to find the light in that. So, you wanted to be the father.
Definitely. Yeah. I want to still like I'm with them because I want my baby to still like have a relationship with him. But at the same time, like say it does go bad again, like I want a backup option. I still like I still want to be like able to like provide a future. Like worst comes to worst, like if I have to raise a baby on my own, because it does happen. It does happen, my mom. Like it does happen.
Yeah. No, I understand. So yeah, like I see that you're still pretty determined. You still came back and you said that you wanted to reschedule for the mock interview, get a job long term, and then send your short term to enroll to the program to get your diploma. So it seems like you know what you want, and then we set up time. You set up a time that could be achievable. So the first step is signing up for the GED program, and then after that we go from there from you obtaining a job after maybe your pregnancy if you feel ready, when you feel ready.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Eventually I guess I'll lead to that since like my boyfriend, he has a job now. We're gonna need daycare eventually, but that's a later problem. We're gonna need daycare and healthcare, but definitely that's my long-term goal for us to move out, have our own place. Me to have a job, him to have a job, and like maybe to have healthcare and at least a daycare that I can afford.
No, yeah, and maybe like if they see change, if the father of the baby does change, maybe your parents can see how he's changed and that you guys are actually turning for the better.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like if that were to work out, I wouldn't even need daycare. Like my family could watch the baby while I work.
Yeah, that's good.
Like I want that to turn around. It's just like it's a very like win-win, like it has to either be on one side person's good side or the other person. It stresses me out, so much.
It's always good to have like reliable backup, especially family members who are always there for you. Because you are under a lot of stress, especially when you're carrying a baby. So for our next meeting, I could refer you to couples counseling.
Yes.
So you guys could work out your issues and have better communication between the both of you guys. Go back and achieve like the goals. The short-term goal was just to enroll to your GED program. Go to your mock interview. You can also get like the library card. So make sure you have you give yourself time to do everything, so you won't have to be running around last minute to get things that you need to be done. Is there any questions that you might have for me?
When I go to my mock interview, like they're gonna so it's an interview, and then afterwards they're gonna help me out with my skills, right? Like how I spoke, how I answered questions, how I sat down, because that's honestly like why I've been nervous to go. I'm like, how are they gonna do, or is it just literally like an interview? Because I wasn't sure.
No, they help you out. They give you tips on what's expected and what's good interviewing skills. So they'll teach you everything that you need to know. Anything else?
No, I think that's all.
Okay.
But thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you understanding my situation, because I feel like when I talk to people, it's always yelling, and it's always super
Mm-hmm.
stressful. So that's why like I'm always scared to talk about my situation. But that's the reason I came back. Like I need like a person like to like guide me in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I'm looking for guidance.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I can set up another meeting for next week, Friday. After that, we could go from there to see what we can do. All right. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.